This video I wanted to do today is something that is important, and I think that everybody needs to know. So especially in particular parents, because this is got to do with my childhood, and it's something I feel that mental health stems from. It stems from the root of when you were born and the way you're brought up and the way you're raised. So this video, I think I'd like for it to get out as much as possible to as many people as possible, because the importance of it in my context, I think this is the reasons why I think a lot of people everywhere suffer with mental health. And in this country, I know that the mental health system in this country is sickening how bad it is. It's like disgraceful. And I'm one of the lucky ones that can do therapy, and learning from the therapy that I'm doing, it's helping me understand a little bit more why I go through and why I've been going through the things I've been going through since I've been growing up. So what I want to talk about is what I went through is childhood trauma, and a lot of people growing up, probably without even realising that if they went through something similar, that what they're feeling and what they're going through is because of how they were raised, how they were brought up. So I went through neglect as a child. My dad was never around. He was more focused on work, women, people sleeping around. That's what he was more concerned about, rather than his kids, which he has a lot of, enough to fill a football team. So he was never in my life. Realistically, growing up, and even now as an adult, he's still not there. So and then in regards to my ma, she was young, but that's no excuse. There's no excuse for someone to say I was young, because if you're old enough to have a child, you're old enough to raise a child, and that's it. No excuses. So I don't take that as an excuse. So neglect is what I went through. Me two brothers that were growing up with me were the same. They went through the exact same thing. I had nobody to lean on, no mother or father to tell me that they care for me. Realistically, they go out, my mum would go out on nights out and she wouldn't come back. There was nights she wouldn't come back. This is us young kids, 5 or 6, 7, no older than 8, being left at home alone. This happened on multiple occasions. It happened, we'd be brought up to Belfast up the north, and we'd be in a strange place, somewhere we've never been before, and you'd be brought to an apartment, and she would go to a nightclub with her boyfriend, and he owned a nightclub there at the time, and she wouldn't come back for 3, 4, sometimes 5 days. And this is me and my twin brother, as I'd say 7, 8 years of age, could have been younger, left alone to defend for ourselves, not knowing when she would come back, if she would come back, selling watches on the street to try making money. Like, this is the sickening thing. Like, this is the crazy thing about it. Like, these memories that will never leave my mind ever. I could go back further to when I was even younger, so I could be here all day talking about some of the stuff I went through as a child. But the point I'm getting at is that the importance of looking after your children, making them feel loved, making them feel cared for, making them feel safe, is so important and so vital in their lives. It's unbelievable. And when I had my 2 kids is when I noticed it more, because the feeling I had for my kids, the love I had for my kids, and knowing that I could never do something to them like that, ever. I couldn't leave them at home for 5 minutes alone with worry to think what could happen to them. I couldn't do it. It's impossible. Like, so it obviously made me realise as a child I wasn't loved, because you couldn't do that to your child. You just couldn't do it if you loved them. Like, imagine like going away for days, not wondering what your child is doing. You know, this is, to me, it's sickening, and it gets to me even now, still today. Like, and I'm dealing with that because of the consequences of it. So I just want to let people know the importance of it. I want to try to get it out there to as many people as possible, to to let them understand and know. And I'm sure the majority of people out there do understand this, but there's people out there that don't. And it has to be known that your child has to be looked after, has to be cared for. There's no use in putting a phone or a tablet or a PlayStation, just throw it at them and let them just play the PlayStation, or let them watch stuff on the tablet. They need to be shown attention. You need to be looking into your child's eyes as they're speaking to you, and so they know that you care and you're trying to understand what they're saying. And this is what I do with my kids. I show them as much love as I can, because I never had that. I never had that as a child. I have no memory of when I was a child and I was told I was loved. That's the sickening thing. Like, I've never had that. So for me, it's crazy, and I show so much love to my kids. I spoil them with love, and by saying I spoil them with love, it's not with toys or materialistic things. I spoil them with love and attention, because that's what they need. They need to feel warmth and love, and this is what I just want to get out there, because it's so important. And there's so many people out there today as adults are suffering because of this, and to me, I think that's a fact. It is a fact, because they weren't shown the attention they deserved as a child. So this is what I want to put out there today, and it's vital that it gets to as many people as possible, I think, because it's something that's important to me because of the traumatic experiences I've been through as a child. As I said, that was just a little glimpse of what I had to go through as a child. But yeah, I'm sure there's people out there that have been through the same traumatic experience, or been through worse. Obviously, there's so much worse that you could be going through. But I'm hoping in the near future that this country can pick up and get the support that people need in this country, whether that's teenagers and adults and even kids now in this generation need the support with mental health, because it's so undervalued in this country. It's sickening. So I just wanted to get that message out there, and hope that this message reaches as many people as possible, because it is vital that kids are supported from such a young age, and just show your kids as much love as possible, because even through seeing my kids, they grow so fast, it's actually frightening. And I just want to give them as much love and attention and support they need growing up, so that when they get older and become adults, and teenagers for that matter, they feel comfortable to tell me things, and they have the support that they need, and they don't have to suffer with mental health when they get older, because I know how much of a horrible thing it is. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of people out here that's watching this can relate to what I'm saying.